Gitawag karon sa kadaghanang sakop sa sangguniang panlalawigan ang OIC Administrator nga si Mr. Wilbert Magallanes nga ang tinuod na madaayong designation ini mao ang usa ka peso manager sa provincial government o kini under sa pamalaod sa Civil Service Commission nga usa ka fake news king. Human gihunatan usab siyang libwas sa iyang mga pagpamakak dili lamang diha sa mass media pinaagi sa radyo o social media kundi mismo atubangan sa mga empleyado sa provincial government atul sa gipahigayon nga sinimanang flag raising ceremony diha sa mga napili niyang platform iyang giatake ang mga sakop sa sangguniang palalawigan lakip na sa pagpakauaw niini direktang pagpamakak o paglipat sa katawhang publiko lakip ang mga tunad ng pamulitika o disrespect sa mga sakop sa sangguniang palalawigan. Unang mipakgang sa binutbot niini mao si board member Jojo Documento sa segundo distrito ning atong probinsya o mao chairman sa Committee on Police and Peace and Order kinsa mo'y gipasaringan sa OIC Administrator nga mingtan-og sa resolusyon sa Peace and Order Council sa probinsya sa resolusyon nga nangayo og 2 milyones ka pesos. Si dokumento sa iyang privilege speech punto por punto nga mitubag diini ang pamakak na hitabo sa usa ka pamahayag nini diha sa programa sa radyo kalabot na daw sa pagtan-og sa maong resolusyon sa PPOC o Peace and Order Council sa probinsya kalabot na sa maong kantidad nga 2 milyones ka pesos. Si dokumento mibarog atol sa regular session sa sangguniang panlalawigan aron ibulgar ang dakong bakak nga gipakatap ni Magallanes sa kahanginan ming tumbok gid kini nga ang gipamuhi ang pulong ni Magallanes pulos walay kamatuoran ug usa ka tataw kaayo nga pagpamakak atubangan sa publiko irresponsable ug walay kapasikaran.
Sa sangguniang panlalawigan ang resolusyon sa Provincial Peace and Order Council wala gani nagpatawag o committee hearing aron matuki ang maong resolusyon. Mr. Chair, considering that this representation is the chairman of the Committee on Police, Peace and Order, and this matter was being referred to my committee, I would like to vehemently denounce the irresponsible and unfounded press statement of Mr. Jojo Magallanes in blaming the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of not taking legislative action to said Provincial Peace and Order Council resolution. Actually, Mr. Chair, this resolution refers to resolution number 2024-05 of the Provincial Peace and Order Council entitled a resolution approving the reprogramming of the Peace and Order Plan funds for the insurance premium of all barangay tanods in Zamboanga del Norte in the amount of 2,073,000 pesos only. For the information of Mr. Jojo Magallanes and to the public who might have heard the fake news circulated by him, let me tell you that as soon as the said resolution was calendared as one of the items included in the order of business during our Sangguniang Panlalawigan resolution last May 27, 2024, said resolution was then referred to my Committee on Police, Peace and Order for appropriate legislative action. However, Mr. Chair, upon reading said resolution instantly on that session of ours, I found it necessary to defer immediate passage of said resolution and recommended instead to conduct committee hearing to study more, considering that the said resolution involves budgetary allocation through reprogramming of PAPS funds. It was for this reason that the committee endorsed said resolution to the Provincial Budget Office for its comments and recommendation as it is being practiced by our legislative process to seek appropriate recommendations from other offices of our executive branch in aid of legislation. In fact, Mr. Chair, records will show that despite of the Committee on Police, Peace and Order's notice of committee hearing, which was sent last June 11, 2024, and was received on the same day by the Provincial Budget Office, nobody came on the scheduled committee hearing on June 19, 2024 from the Provincial Budget Office, which caused for the delay of our appropriate legislative action. It is on this note, Mr. Chair, that I would like to refute the responsible press statement of our provincial administrator when he blatantly said in the broadcast media nga gitanugan sa sangguniang panlalawigan ang resolution sa PPOC kon Provincial Peace and Order Council. Mr. Chair, let it be known that we in the sangguniang panlalawigan is working expeditiously to fulfill our mandate in serving our constituents. Let me just remind our good provincial administrator that let us strive together to work in fulfilling our mandate based on the basic principle of decency and appropriate actions and not to disseminate facts which is not based on truth. Let us not be a source of wrong information that will sow intrigues among our constituents and thereby create a divided community. As a matter of fact, this is not an attack to us members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, but rather an attack to the institution of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan in order to malign the institution so that our people will lose their trust to one of the pillars of our local government.
Samtang si board member Attorney Peterco siyang kabahin may butyag sab kini sa lain na usab nga binutbot nga gipaagi na sa post ni Provincial Administrator Jojo Magallanes sa Facebook kalabot na sa sumapa pagdanog na po daw sa mga gipangayo nga resolusyon ni Governor Nene Alsos kalabot na sa World Bank grant nga proyektong Farm to Market Road sa Salog o Gudod nga mo kantidad og 480 million pesos nga iimplementar sa Department of Agriculture pinaagi na sa PRDP. Si board member ko mipunting sa dakong ilad nga post nga puno gihapon sa pagpamakag og igol ang gihapon sa pagpakatak sa fake news. Gibutyag niko ang kinatibuk ang timeline sa mga gipangayo sa gobernadora ngadto na sa sangguniang panlalawigan ug ang aksyon nga ilang gihimo aron mapamadunan nga walay pagtan-og nga nahitabo.
Clarifying about a post also on fake news to which it was attributed to him. He reasoned out that what he meant by gitanugan did not refer to the request for the PDRP project worth 480 million. What he said was this, and I quote, "Ang akong giingon nga gitanugan ang aksyon ninyo sa requirement nga gipangayo sa PRDP nga mao ang authority ni Governor to sign sa deed of donations sa mga yuta nga gidonate sa mga tag-iya og yuta nga maagian sa concreting og authority ni Gov to file and or initiate sa expropriation case sa duha ka luna sa yuta nga maagian nga ang tag-iya dili willing mo donate or mo baligya, mao nay buot na kong ipasabot nga gitanugan kaklaro sa akong post." Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the colleague, I do not begrudge any misunderstanding on facts, but it is really wrong if it is not a misunderstanding of facts but an act of misinformation or disinformation, which is not proper. To set the record straight, Mr. Chairman, regarding the PRDP project worth 480 million, there are two requests related, correct? First is a request for authority from the Honorable Provincial Governor to accept the deeds of donation of properties that will be affected by that project. The second request was a request for authority to file expropriation case against the landowners who refuse to donate their properties. Now, according to the provincial administrator, these are the two requests nga atong gitanugan. Mr. Chairman, regarding the request for authority to accept donation, I hope that before the provincial administrator would state anything, he could have checked the records of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. The records of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan will bear us out that the request for authority to accept donation was received by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan only on June 10, 2024. He can check the records of the Sangguniang Secretariat, Panlalawigan Secretariat. We received the letter request for authority to accept the donated properties pertinent to these projects only on June 10. And he said, Gitanugan, do you know when the Sangguniang Panlalawigan acted on that request? We received it on June 10. We approve it on June 10. On the very same day. Normally, under our internal rules of procedure, requests from the governor which are not certified as urgent will have to be referred to the concerned committee. But the Sangguniang Panlalawigan decided that considering that it is gratuitous in nature and would be beneficial to the provincial government of Zamboanga del Norte, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan suspended the internal rules and immediately on that very same day, approve it. Ang problema lang sa ilang side is ilang gitapok ang daghang kaayong mga donations. Pila ka buok ang naabot dato dire? Mga dulaan gatos? O sobra gyud kadaghan? And they expect the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Secretary to finish the resolutions for the individual donations immediately on the same day. Nalangay gani nila gitanugan sila mo'y gatanog aning mga daghan kayong deeds of donation. Kung ila pa tatong ginahinay og submit, di nanay na aprobahan. Ang problema kay nagtipon og dili madali sir ang paggama sa mga resolution sa atong Sangguniang Panlalawigan Secretariat. Mind you, it was not gitanugan. It was approved immediately. Second request was the letter for authority to pass, take note, a resolution authorizing the governor to file expropriation cases. Pagbasa pa lang daan, doon na naibikil. Because under the local government code, it is not a resolution but an ordinance which is necessary for authority to file the expropriation case. Nonetheless, giving the time to the executive side to clarify it to us, immediately when we received it last May 23 and referred in the calendar of business last May 27, and our committee received it on May 31, June 4, meaning a matter of 4 days only from the time it was referred to my committee, the Committee on Laws. I calendared a committee hearing. Our secretary and staff personally notified the concerned office of the executive, informing them that we have a committee hearing to treat on the matter of the request for authority to file expropriation case. Bisan og panahon sa udyaka nagkandak taon may committee hearing, kay balumi unsa ka importante nga aksyonan diretso. Pero sadly, walay nanungha gikan nila. So what the committee did was to calendar it again on June 19, 2024. This time, we sent letters of invitation. Nobody appeared from their side. The committee was in quandary and it had to request for clarification from the concerned office from the executive side. 2 points ang amo untang ipangutana. Naamindahan na ang atong balaod, kay pwede ra daig resolution ang authority to file expropriation case. Isa amo kung pagkahibalo, ordinansa man. Basig doon na sila bagong balaod. Sumunta na among gusto may bawaan. Number 2, magusto namong may bawaan. Kay wala gibutang sa records. Kung doon na by written offer to buy. In expropriation cases, importante ang negotiation pirmiro. Magsabot-sabot sa tali na sa gobyerno o sa affected landowner kung okay ba sila nga ang ilang yuta ihatag na lang or okay ba sila nga atong paliton. Mo na pirmirong step sa expropriation. Second, kung dili magkasinabot, the local government unit and even the national government will be required to send written offer to buy. Ang problema kay wala man naka-attach sa record sa gisubmit sa ato ang request. Walay makita. So mo to nga mga yung tatag clarification sa committee kung naa ba tay offer to buy. Fortunately, dili ta kakita. And then dunay na nakita po sa committee nga it wanted to seek for clarification. Niingon man siya ears, meaning to say sumusunod. Meaning the original owner is already dead. Kung namatay na ang original owner, you have to identify all the heirs. Tanan, kaya nga naman, by operation of law, pagkamatay sa ginikanan, automatic na, without any act to be done, automatic na sila nga tag-iya tanan. So gusto unta mi mangutana kung nahatagan ba nato og offer to buy ang tanang sumusunod? Wala lay nang dungha, Mr. Chairman, on June 19, ikaduhang committee hearing. Sunod, moto nga nakahinumdum ang mga atong kauban sa sanggunian, we pass a resolution last June 25, formally requesting the concerned office to attend the committee hearing. Wala nato na sukad nga gihimo sa ato ang history sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan during our term. Kaya nga naman, we only sent invitations. But because we found the need nga paspasan unta ni, we also found the need nga kinahanglan mutambong sila. That's why we pass a formal resolution requesting the concerned office and executive side to please send your representatives during the third committee hearing. During the third committee hearing on June 25, 2024, this time, representatives from the Provincial Attorney's Office appeared. Unfortunately, they stick to their story nga resolution ra gyud. So we confronted them with the specific provisions of the Local Government Code or Republic Act 7160 nga nag-ingon, if you exercise the power of eminent domain, it should be through an ordinance. Ang rason na po nila, nga nanong ko na ipanghitabo sa una, nga through may resolution. So again, gipangutana nato kung doon na ba sila citation Supreme Court? Wala po. So during the committee hearing, we cited actual decisions from the Supreme Court nga nag-ingon, a resolution will not suffice. And the case was ultimately dismissed. So imagine magkalangay pa pila ka tuig ng kaso nga moabot Supreme Court, pagkahuman reday i-dismiss ra mo sa mo tong kalangay ang project. So mangutana ta, interesado ba gyud sila nga mapaspasan ang project or gusto nila ilangay-langay lang noon ang project di ipasa nato ang sayop or bikil? Sir, tan-awa pud ang record sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan kung amo banggitan ugan. Mind you, bisan tuod og wala may makadawat og maayo nga clarification on June 25, 2024, and it will be included in the committee report today. The committee passed on first reading an ordinance authorizing the provincial governor to file expropriation cases provided that all the requirements under the law can be duly complied with. These are the facts. These are the records. You can check that with our Sangguniang Panlalawigan Office, Secretariat. Muna ako, adere, okay man ang misunderstanding of facts. But again, if it is misinformation and disinformation, that is entirely inappropriate. That is entirely wrong. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sa pikas bahin, si Board Member Dante Magarino sa iyang privilege speech ni pabati sab sa recorded audio ni Magallanes nga puwerteng pangdaot sa mga bukal. Ang problema matud pa niya nga pulos wala gihapon kini kamatuoran. Gani ang maong audio recording puno sab sa mga tunadang pamulitika nga dili angayan buhaton sa usa ka civil service appointed official sama ni Magallanes. Human ay bawaan sab nga kini di ay gahupot og appointment isi peso manager o kini covered sa civil service law. Atol dayon sa other matters, si Board Member Dante Magarino ming duso og resolusyon nga naghatag og otoridad ang Vice Governor Julius Lapigkit nga pasakaan niini og kasong administratiba ang administrator tungod sa abuso sa otoridad, conduct and becoming of a public official ug uban pang mga kaso. Sa iyang komento, si Vice Governor Julius Lapigkit ang mipadangat sab sa iyang opinyon nga kon si Magallanes usalang ka political appointee wala ray problema apan tungod kay siya usaman ka civil servant nga gipailawom sa civil service law mag-atubang gid kinig mga asunto. Og didto sab sa maong proceeding, si Board Member Jing Chan nanawagan sab sa Civil Service Commission nga ipadala niini ang copy sa appointment ni Magallanes isi peso manager.
Be passing a resolution authorizing the provincial vice governor to file a case against the provincial administrator, grade misconduct, conduct unbecoming of a government officer, disrespect, misinformation, disinformation, political partisanship, bullying, harassment, and other administrative charges and cases deemed appropriate. I so move.
Because there's an objection, you have to put the issue on the vote. Actually, what is the if there is a liability for the provincial administrator, is the fact that he is the public official as the peso manager, not the position of an OIC administrator, which is also a political position because it is coterminous with the appointing power, but on the basis or on his position as peso manager. So there is a distinction actually, because actually for myself he is only the administrator. He can make comments, he can make directives, he can make policies also, but then standing on the foot as a peso manager, an employee of the provincial government turning against the Sangguniang Palawigan of that local government unit. That is my opinion.
I would just like to add, no, we're not onion skin here. Onion skin is different from protecting our rights also, Honorable Chair. If he has rights, we also have our rights to defend, Honorable Chair. It is our personalities that he was attacking. It's not about our job. He is talking about us personally, and that is not the proper demeanor of a good employee of the government. If we will not correct this, this will become a habit, or this is a precedent of others who will hold positions like what he is holding now. So this is not about whose onion skin here or who has kalos skin. Because baga ni among mga naong diri, di mi dali po madugtan. But not to the extent of stripping us of our personalities. It's too much. It's too much. Sakit kaayo ang among nadungog. Dili po na basta-basta ang gibuhat sa amoa. Dugay po namong giproteksyonan ang amoang kaugalingong mga pagkatao, Honorable Chair.
Okay, those who are in favor of the resolution, please raise your right hand. Those who are how many, Secretary?
There are 10 members who
How
are in
many?
favor.
Those who are not in favor, please raise your right hand. Those who are not in favor of the filing of administrative charge against him. 2. So those who are in favor, 10. Not in favor, 2.
There are 3 members,
Three?
Mr. Chair. Yes.
3. Those who are not in favor, 3. So those who favors the resolution has it. Napa?
Honorable
Yes,
Chair.
Honorable
Yes,
Chan.
yes, Honorable Chair. During my comment earlier, during the privilege speech, I made reservation, Honorable Chair. And I would like to pass a resolution requesting the Civil Service Commission Sub-Office to furnish the Sangguniang Panlalawigan certification of whether or not the appointment of Mr. Wilbert Magallanes was approved as PESO manager of the province of Zamboanga del Norte. I so move, Honorable Chair.